Matt Wilton. Hi everybody, and welcome to another live webinar with the McGuire Programme. It's really exciting tonight because we've got 3 new graduates who've recently joined the programme who are going to be speaking to you. They joined about a month ago, if not that. We're also going to be talking a bit about the Newcastle course coming up, which is the 1st to the 4th of November. You're going to be meeting the course organizer and also the 2 course instructors tonight as well. So, no further ado, I'm going to bring on, first of all, one of the course instructors, John Hubbard, who's going to talk a little bit about the course itself. John.
John Hubbard speaking. Thank you, Matt. So a little bit about me, first of all. I've been on the programme since 2018, and my first course was in Newcastle as well. So it's a really special place for me. Lots of really happy memories of almost finding myself and taking control of my speech on that first course 5 years ago. I'll be instructing along with Lisa, who is going to be speaking after me, so you'll get to meet her too. I just wanted to run through a little bit about what happens on a course. It's an intensive course. You know, it's from the 1st to the 4th of November. And you may want to know a little bit more about what's going to be going on. So the Wednesday is a bit more like an induction. We run through the course in more detail, what to expect. We talk a little bit about stammering and why we stammer. And then we spend a little bit of time getting to know the new students, because that's really important so we know how we can best help them during the rest of the course. Thursday is what we call Physical Thursday. So we talk a lot about why we stammer physically, the physical blockings. If you've ever been in that situation, you want to say something, but it just doesn't come out. There's a lot of elements to that. First of all is the breathing. So we spend some time talking about new ways of breathing. We then learn some more techniques about what to do if you do have a block and how to control it. Friday is all about the psychological side of things. So we know we stammer, we know we block, but there's an awful lot around that psychological, the fear, the sense of shame, the guilt. I'm sure everyone's been in that situation where we're asked a question and you just freeze. You're filled with dreads, you've got the anxieties kicking in. And that's what Friday is all about. It's about dealing with those emotions. It's about, for me, the most important thing was self-acceptance. I used to hide my stammer. I thought I hid it quite well. So lots of people didn't know I stammered, but that meant that the level of fear was so high, not just of stammering, but about being found out. So to me, the Friday was absolutely critical in my journey to where I am now. Saturday is all about putting it together. So we talk about this theory, the Thursday, the Friday. We have some fun. We go out with a coach and you will see them speaking to members of the public. And that all helps to bring the fear down when you realize that actually people are okay if you stammer. This big secret, it's yours, and other people don't have that same sense of judgment that you judge yourself with. So Saturday, we put it all together and actually we start to have fun speaking, which if you'd have told me before my first course, I wouldn't have believed that at all. The schedule is quite intensive. It's a 4-day course. They're very long hours. We start at about 8 a.m. after breakfast. We go on until around 9 p.m. with a lunch and a dinner break in between. And each of the sessions are blocks of 50 minutes with a 10-minute break in between each session, so we can grab a drink, etc. We think that's the best amount of time that we can start to really make the most of what we're learning. Any longer, then we maybe start to lose concentration. One thing I would point out, and it was really why I joined the program, was everybody that is in that room, that is on that course, has a stammer. Everybody has been through all of the training. They've learned all of the techniques to control their own stammer, and now they're here to help everybody else. I know Laura's going to mention a bit about the support in a moment, but again, the fact that you've got this huge supportive team behind you is one of the reasons the program's so successful. I'm going to pass you on to Lisa now, so she can talk a bit more about what's expected and the other elements of the program. Thanks, Matt.
Lisa, over to you.
Lisa Neelan. So like John, I'll be one of your course instructors in Newcastle. We're really excited for the course. We're working hard to make sure that it's a course for everyone. So like John, I joined the programme in Newcastle at the same venue as this course, the Royal Station. That was back in 2015, after 30 years of being out of control with a stutter. And I think by that stage, I was fed up with it controlling every aspect really of my life. I think how John's just spoke, how Matt speaks, and how everybody speaks tonight is testimony really to what you can achieve on the McGuire Programme. But more importantly, I think it's about how much work we all put into ourselves to get to this level. And I think that's a really important message. The hard work on the course, but more importantly, I think beyond the course is a very important aspect to raise tonight. And I think Matt will be touching on that as well. I think anything really worthwhile isn't easy, doesn't come easy, but I think it's achievable, and you'll be with many, many people who truly understand and who can help you make this work. I think as people who stutter as well, we don't have a very, we don't have much confidence really. We've been knocked along the years, it's been difficult, and I think the very special thing about this programme and the people on it that you'll meet is that it really lifts you up and it makes you believe that you can actually achieve this and then beyond whatever you want to achieve in life because of it. And I think that's really important to say. So if you sat there thinking, I would really love to give this a go, but I just haven't got the confidence to confront this thing, then I really want from the heart to express how much you can with the right people around you. And that's what this programme gives. So would love to see you in Newcastle, really looking forward to it. And yeah, we are working hard to make sure that it's a course to remember. Lisa Neelan.
Thank you very much, Lisa. That's absolutely brilliant. And it's great to hear from both of you course instructors tonight. Okay, now we're going to be showing you 3 of the newer graduates, and they're going to be talking a bit about their recent journey. It's excellent. It's amazing that they can come on here after just a month and be brave enough to speak to you all. So thank you to you 3 who are going to be speaking very shortly. We're going to start off with Hasnain Akhtar. I'm going to show you the beginning of his first day video, and then I will bring him on to talk to you. So here we go.
Quite a bit. I've got 5 brothers and 1 sister.
Can you tell me your name and where you're from, please?
My name's Hassan Akhtar, and I'm from Birmingham.
Name your close family members.
I have quite a bit. I've got 5 brothers and 1 sister. The eldest one is called Shahid. Then it's Shazad. And then it's Shamshad. The one older than me, my brother, his name's Junaid. And my sister's name's Kuratulin. And then my dad's name's Javid. And my mom's name's Shada.
Hassan Akhtar. As you can see from the video, that I was not as confident as I am now. Before the course, I found it difficult to talk on the phone in front of people. I couldn't present to 1 or 2 people, let alone a large audience. I couldn't ask simple questions without being nervous or blocking on my words. And it was just a struggle in my everyday life. The things that I wanted to do, I couldn't do due to my stammer, especially at school or university or at college. If I didn't understand something, then I couldn't ask because I was scared of blocking, feeling embarrassed, being laughed at. However, during the course, it has made a massive impact. The course was very amazing and is the definition of life-changing. What I once thought was impossible to do, the course has made possible. And the main thing with the course is that it allows you to apply the techniques in reality. As John touched on before, on the Saturday you go out and speak to strangers, and it really does change your mindset. Before the course, I thought that people would think negatively, they would laugh at me, and also they wouldn't be interested. Whereas with making contacts, I saw the positive reaction of people, and it really changed my mindset. Since the course, I have been able to talk to people on the phone in front of others. I have done 3 presentations within the first 3 weeks to around 15 people in each one. And also I have been able to volunteer to different sessions at work to talk, to take lead, where before I wouldn't. And recently I have volunteer to speak at a work event where there will be over 250 people. So I really hope that I am able to do that. And after the course, support is very important. It allows you to stay intact, to practice the techniques, and also to maintain the confidence. Without the after support after the course, I wouldn't be on here talking right now. So the course is really life-changing. If you do have a stammer, then this course is for you. If you want to feel confident, the course is for you. And I would like to take the opportunity to thank Matt for allowing me to talk. And I will pass you back to Matt.
Thank you, Hassan. It's great to have you speaking so soon after your first course. Well done. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next person that I can add to this, Mark Cookson. So I'm going to show you the beginning of his video.
Can you tell me your name and where you're from, please?
Yeah, it's Mark Cookson. I'm from Manchester.
Can you name your close family members?
Yeah, my mum is called Kim, and my dad is called Alan. Mark Cookson speaking. As you can see from my first day video, I was a very overt. At times I could hardly even say two words together, and found it very difficult putting sentences together. The course has been amazing, meeting so many other people with the same condition as yourself, seeing how far they've come in their journey, allows you to believe what is possible through hard work. Since the course, it's given me a newfound confidence with my speech. I've done things I avoided at all costs for many years, like having to order drinks, order meals, talking on the phone, even socializing with friends was very, very difficult before the course. Hasnain said in his speech, going out and making the 100 contacts we do on the final day was something I would have never have dreamed I could have done before the course. Since then, I've gone out these last 2 weekends and made more contacts with some of the graduates of the course to maintain this level. the one thing I would say about if you're thinking about joining McGuire is the after support is what makes it what it is. I've attended different therapy in the past with little to no support. Whereas this, like anything in life, you only get out what you put into it, but the support is there if you are determined to put in the hard work. There's support groups all over the UK. We have a phone list of coaches. Everything's there for you. It's just all about how much you want to do it yourself. And I know from my own life experiences, I've now got the determination to know this is what's possible with hard work. Thank you, Mark Cookson.
Thank you very much, Mark. Really, really good. Just want to say there is a comments area on the right hand side. If you've got any comments you want to, or any questions you want to ask us, please do post in there, and we'll do our best to be able to answer them at the end of the presentation. Okay, now I'm going to pass you to the next one, Chris Mead, show you his video, and he'll do a little talk about himself.
Can you tell me your name and where you're from, please?
It's Chris Mead from Slough.
How did you hear about the programme, Chris?
From the internet, doing a Google search.
Can you name your close family members for me?
My brother Ian, he's older than me, and my dad is Brian, and he's 89. He's still here.
Have you always had a stammer?
Yeah, since I was born.
And how did it affect you growing up?
Yeah, from doing this, this sort of thing, I would never ever do. Reading out in school and that. Good evening, Chris Mead here. I have always struggled with my speech. I remember when I was young, I would have to write things down on paper because the words just wouldn't come out. I would avoid any Zoom meetings like the plague. My first course was Milton Keynes, August the 16th, 2023. The course is very well run, very rewarding, but also very long days. You are paired up with a coach at all times. They will correct you if you're not using the techniques correctly. Since leaving the course, I put on my first day and final day speech onto my social media platforms. I also sent it to my employer. And from this, they are putting me onto their next seminar to discuss that there is a help for people out there who have a stutter. My biggest achievement so far is to be able to order a coffee from Starbucks, but using my name instead of a name that I could say. The after support is what I joined for, because there is a list of coaches you can call, not just from the UK, but worldwide. You have two primary coaches that you call on a daily basis. If you're thinking about joining the program, just look how far I've come and the rest of the grads in such a short time. This is a little saying I love to use. I would use words I could say, not words I want to say. I have finally found my speaking voice thanks to the McGuire Programme. This has been Chris Mead. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. It's incredible that all three of you have came on at such short notice and spoke so eloquently. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to hand you over to the course organizer, Laura Logan. I know people have mentioned the support network, but she'll mention it again in a bit more detail and talk a little bit about her role on the course. Over to Laura.
Laura Logan. Hello, everyone. I'm the really lucky course organizer for the Newcastle course that is coming up very soon, Wednesday the 1st of November to Saturday the 4th of November 2023. It's being held in one of the most loveliest cities of the world. I am slightly biased because I live locally to Newcastle, but everyone's super friendly and it's in a great location to go out and use your beautiful new speaking technique when you get it on the course. It has been mentioned quite a lot tonight about aftercare, all of the support on the program, but I suppose all of the support begins when you join our program. So as soon as you sign up, you are automatically being supported by other people who completely understand you. Everyone who's on the program has a stammer, and that's what makes it amazing, because I used to not know anyone else who had a stammer. I always felt alone, and it's only after joining the program that I've never ever been alone anymore. So as soon as you join the McGuire Programme, before your first course, you'll have lots of Zoom calls with the course team, just getting to know each other. and giving you some information. And then when you come on the course on the Wednesday, you'll be in a room with loads of strangers, but don't be alarmed, we're all there to help, and we've all been exactly where you have been, and we're all incredibly supportive. We've got a lot of aftercare, so as soon as you leave your first course, you'll be assigned 2 primary coaches who you'll be asked to keep in very close contact with. And there's also the international phone list, like you would have heard mentioned, which you can use any time of any day to contact people from all around the world, which, to be quite honest, really scared me at first. I thought, oh my goodness, I can literally speak to people from all around the world, where just one short week ago I was trying to avoid speaking at all costs. So even if English is not your chosen language, or if you're practicing other languages, there's always a coach out there who will be awake at whatever hour of the day that you need that bit of support, or who might also know that language. So it's incredibly supportive, and you actually make friends along the way. I know I was quite a lonely person before I joined the programme, and now I can honestly say I've got international friends, and I don't just ring people up anymore to just solely talk about my speech and improve. It's also to just have a catch up, and I just think that's really, really lovely, and that's what sets us apart from any other programmes or treatments out there. So after the first course, you'll have nightly Zoom calls with your course team, just to keep you in the zone with your techniques. But that's what's amazing about us, is all the way through the whole program, it's a lifelong program. There is people out there waiting to answer your call and help you, regardless of what's going on and how you're feeling. So after all of the excitement of your first course, there is online Zoom support meetings, groups weekly, and there's also in-person courses wherever you are in the world. There is regular meetups, which again is invaluable for just keeping those brilliant new techniques. And it will be very emotional, and it is just amazing. I couldn't rave about it more. So I'm incredibly excited to meet everyone and begin everyone's journey. I've been Laura Logan, and I will now pass back to Matt. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laura. Brilliant. Well, that's nearly it, the end of tonight's webinar. There is a question from Yusuf Khan. So thank you for this, Yusuf. What is the next, when is the next time you'll be hosting courses near London? Well, we used to have courses in London, but they were very expensive to be able to organise because of the conferencing rooms. So the nearest course we've got at the moment is going to be in Milton Keynes. That will potentially be next August time. Okay, but with your first course, you do need to be prepared to stay in the hotel for the duration of it. It is a residential course, so only your first course. Any future courses, then you can commute, or you can stay in a hotel of your choice, whatever you want to do. You don't even have to come for the whole course once you've done your first course. But that first course is where you need to be committed to staying in the hotel with us for the duration of the course, and just giving it your best shot for us. Very important. But that the London situation, it's just too expensive to hold a course there at the moment. So that's why we're trying to find a course pretty relevant. But it's not far to travel to Bristol on the train at all, and that's going to be the course at the end of February, beginning of March next year. And obviously my first experience last year of Newcastle and the Royal Station Hotel was pretty amazing. It is an incredible place, and you can fly there. So there is a airport there as well. So for your first course, as you need to stay in a different location anyway, you could potentially look at that. The Bristol course, yeah, it's the end of February. I think it's the 28th of February to the 2nd of March. I think that's the date for it. It's definitely that first end of February going into March, the Wednesday to the Saturday. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I want to just thank everyone who's participated tonight. John Hubbard, Lisa Neelan, Hasnain was fantastic, and Mark and Chris, thank you three for speaking for the first time as graduates of the McGuire Programme. Fair play to you, and obviously to Laura Logan, the organizer. Hopefully we'll see you in Newcastle. If you do want to have a chat with me in person, then it would be great to set up a Zoom chat, and if you've not already done so, we can have a chat about the program, and then you can have a think about what's the right thing for you, and I'll be showing you my first day video as well. Okay, thank you everyone, and have a really good evening. Bye for now.